So this is AZ500 lab number 5, service endpoints and securing storage. So let's download the lab file to desktop and log in into the Azure portal. Lab file is downloaded and we need to enable the cloud shell as well. So it says please skip task 3, step 1 to 9 and proceed with the rest of the tasks starting step 10. So lab scenario. You have been asked to create a proof of concept to demonstrate securing Azure file shares. Specifically, you want to first create a storage endpoint so traffic destined to Azure storage always stay within the Azure backbone network. Second, configure the storage endpoint so only resources from specific subnet can access the storage. Third, confirm that resources outside of the specific subnet cannot access the storage. So first, task 1, task 2, task 3, 4, 5, 7 and 8. So exercise 1 is service endpoint and securing storage. So it includes 8 tasks. First is to create virtual network. Let's log in. Let's go to virtual networks, create. My virtual network, East US, next, IP address, subnet name is going to be public, review and create. Now task 2 is add a subnet to virtual network and then configure a storage endpoint. In this task, you will create another subnet and enable a service endpoint on that subnet. Service endpoint are enabled per service per subnet. Go to virtual network. Inside my virtual network, inside setting, click subnets, add subnet. Name is private, range is correct. Service endpoint, leave the default to none. Add. Now in task 3 we are going to skip step 1 to 8. It says because of known issue with task 3 step 8, we have added a workaround that automatically create my NSG private network security group and its first outbound security rule. So please skip the task 3 step 1 to 8 and proceed with the rest of these tasks starting at step 9. So in this task it is going to create a network security group with this value, and then it is going to configure the outbound security rule. We are going to create an outbound security rule. Source is going to be service tag. Source service tag is virtual network, source port is any, and destination is service tag, destination service tag internet, destination port range is going to be any, protocol is any, action is deny, priority is 1100, and name is going to be deny internet all. Add. Next, go to inbound, click add. Source is any, port range is any, destination service tag, destination service tag virtual network, destination port 3389, protocol TCP, Action allow priority 1200. Allow RDP all. Add. So next is on add inbound security rule blade. Click add to create new inbound rule. Now you will associate the network security group with private subnet. You will need to click subnet in the my NSG private and then click associate. With the private subnet, then associate. Now task 4 is to configure a network security group to allow RDP on public subnet. In this task, you will create a network security group with one inbound security rule RDP. You will also associate the network security group with the public subnet. This will allow RDP access to public VM. So let's go to network security group. Let's create. This is my NSG public East. Review and create. Go to settings, inbound security rule, and then click add. Any destination is service tag. Destination service tag virtual network. Service is custom and destination port 3389. Protocol TCP action allow priority 1200 and rule name is allow RDPO. Click add. Now add another rule. Go to subnet associate public OK. Next task is to create a storage account with a file share. In this task, you will create a storage account with the file share and obtain the security account key. Let's go to storage account. Click create. East US Performance Standard. It is going to be local redundant storage. Click review plus create and create. Wait for the storage account to be created. This should take 2 minutes. Next is go to resource groups. In the list of resources, click the entry representing newly created storage account. Okay. On the storage account overview blade, click file share. Under the data storage, and then file share. On the new file share blade, untick the enable backup. Okay, backup is here. We don't need backup. Name is going to be my file share. Let's create this file share. On the storage account blade in the list of file share, click my file share. Okay, and try to connect. On the connect blade on window tab, copy the PowerShell script that create a Z drive mapping to file share. Show script. Copy this PowerShell script. Navigate back to storage account blade and then in security. Click networking. Under firewall and virtual network blade, select the enabled from selected virtual network and IP address. And click plus add existing virtual network link. On the add network blade, specify the following settings. So it is done. Let's save this. At this point in the lab, you have configured a virtual network, a network security group, a storage account with a file share. Now task 6 is to deploy a virtual machine into the designated subnet. In this task, you will create two virtual machines, one in private subnet and one in public subnet. The first virtual machine will be connected to private subnet. Let's go to virtual machines. Wait. Let's go to virtual machines. Create Azure virtual machine. Virtual machine name my VM private East US. It is going to be Windows Server 2022 Data Center Azure Edition. Username is student. Password creating password. Public inbound none. Next disk. Disk is going to be standard HHD. Next networking. My virtual network private public new yes. This is none. Yeah. Next management. Review and create. This is the first virtual machine. Let's create another virtual machine. This time name is going to be my VM public. Windows 2022 Data Center Azure Edition Gen 2 and username is going to be student. This is going to be none, not selected. Next. Disk is going to be standard HHD. Networking is okay. Next management. Review and create and create. Now task 7 is to test the storage connection from the private subnet to confirm that access is allowed. In this task you will connect to the my VM private virtual machine via remote desktop and map a drive to the file share. So this VM is created. Let's go back to virtual machines. Inside my private virtual machine, try to connect through RDP. And the connection is successful. Within the remote desktop session to my VM private. Okay. Go to PowerShell ISC. Right. Within Windows PowerShell ISC window, open the script pane, then paste the and run the PowerShell script that you recorded earlier in this lab. The script has the following format. Okay. New script, paste, then save. Oh no, save script. Placeholder represent the name of the storage account hosting file share and storage account key on its primary key. So let's say this is script 1, save. Let's minimize this and start File Explorer. Okay, so we haven't run the script yet. So let's try new. Okay, so now it's running the script and it's successfully created the file We can see my file share is created. Next, from the console pane of Windows PowerShell ISC, run the following to verify that virtual machine has no outbound connectivity. The test will fail because the network security group associated with private subnet does not allow outbound access to the internet. Failed. So next is to terminate the desktop session. Now task 8 is to test the storage connection from the public subnet to confirm that access is denied. Navigate back to virtual machine. Now we are going to go inside my public VM, connect RDP, connect. Inside Windows PowerShell ISE window, going to add new script and save script 1 and then run the script. This time you will receive new PS drive access denied error. But I didn't receive any access denied. It created the file successfully. Let's try this command to test the connectivity. The test will succeed because there is no outbound security rule to deny internet on the public subnet. The test again failed. Let me have a look at all the settings. I think there must be something wrong with the settings. That's why this test fails. So in my public virtual machine network settings, I have seen that the deny rule was enabled initially, which was blocking the internet access. So instead of denying, I allowed the connection, and let's try to run the command again. And this time the test succeeded successfully. So we have completed this lab. Thank you.